A duMusic is a music piece in dualo format. In other words, it's a set of recorded loops you can play with. You can either build duMusics on the duTouch, or download and put them into the duTouch from DuStation. duMusics are on the left keyboard when holding the music button, and for each one of them you can see the loops on the right keyboard. Just like for the loops, in orange the duMusic is stopped, and in green it's playing. On the screen you have a circle representing the longest loop. It's here to help you. Holding the music button you can play with the scroll wheel to navigate in the piece. So you can play with the duMusic, arranging loops and play over them. If you go in the music settings, you can transpose the duMusic like this. In the duTouch tutorial we saw how to record loops easily and play with them. Now we are going to see how to record the duMusic properly. First, let's choose a new duMusic and go in its settings. On this key we select the mode with the scroll wheel and the tonality on the left keyboard. Here we are in G Dorian. The duTouch has a metronome helping you play properly. We activate it by touching this key. To get something more discreet, in the general settings we can choose the type of metronome and make the dualo key flash. The signature allows you to choose the number of beats per measure, accentuating the first beat. Here we choose the tempo, either by tapping on the key or with the scroll wheel. The quantizer is the magic key helping you build perfect loops with the metronome. To understand better, we are going to set it at half of a beat, the quaver. So if you play this, it will record this. If you want something swingy, this key will help. At 0% we are in binary, usual, and at 100 we are in ternary, so if you play this, you'll get this. By default, put the quantizer at a quarter of a beat, the semi-quaver. It will help you play precisely with up to 4 notes a beat, which is the case for most of music pieces. The easiest thing to do is to start with a short loop, because each following one will have to be a multiple in length of this first one. To delete the last recorded loop, just hit the central button twice. The track is then ready to record, no need to click again. But if you didn't want to delete it, just hit again twice and it will come back. You can also erase the loop by holding the key for 2 seconds. To edit the effects of a loop, click twice on it. Each key corresponds to a setting you set the value with the scrolling wheel. Of course, you can access the same settings as for the duSounds, which can be modified after being recorded. Thus, you can remaster your loops. Do not hesitate to set the panning of your loops, it will give an impression of space. If you want to change the sound of a loop, double-click on this key and change sound with the sound button. This key allows you to copy a duMusic by holding the key for 2 seconds. Then you can paste it on another location in its settings. It can be useful if you want to keep a duMusic intact or record again the loops without having to do all the setting stuff again. To do so, we erase the loops by holding the key for a second. The loops have been deleted, but the settings are still there. But if you hold the key for 2 seconds, all the loops are deleted and so are the settings, now in their default value. If you want to set the default values of the settings, pick a Gmusic with all the settings you want, then hit the copy-paste key until you have pressed default and hold for 2 seconds. Now all the blank Gmusic will have these settings. Just like with the Gmusic, you can copy and paste a loop on another loop and even on another music. You can also copy-paste it on a dusound preset. It will copy the settings of the loop. Now you know everything you need to know about the Gmusics. Thanks for following this tutorial, and now play on!